Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the stream. I am so sorry for the lateness here, and when I show you why I'm late, you are both going to love it and laugh because of how stupid it is. So, I have an Xbox controller, an Xbox One XS, whatever the last generation was, controller. This one hair will not stay back. It's not going to be like a huge issue if it doesn't, but like if it keeps, I don't know, I don't want more of this to fall out, because if it stays this way, they all kind of expect to go this way, and it's easier to maintain later. Anyway, um, so I had a white Xbox One controller. It's not the current generation, it's the last generation, which means that some of the stuff for it is not really a thing anymore. This is not on. Hmm. Why are you being such a bitch to me? Like, the contacts fucked up or something? Anyway, so it was a white controller with black joysticks, black buttons that had the X, A, Y, B all on him. And they were all printed and everything like that. And I think I sent pictures of what I did to my Switch in my Discord. That same company that makes a lot of those shell things and whatnot and the buttons and whatnot also does it for Xbox controllers. So I decided to get a little extra and customize my controller. This took much longer than I expected to. That's the problem, is that I definitely went into this being like, oh yeah, no, it'll be like 20 minutes tops. My gay audacity did not take me that fast. But it is done, and it looks amazing. Like, and then I have blue things on the back, so it really does match my Switch in every possible way. This is the same plastic too. It's got like a very um soft feel touch to it. It's very pretty. It's very cute. The one thing that I'm kind of concerned about is that, like, I don't know if you can see this here, but like the triggers are not properly lined up. Um like there's right there. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but like there's this lip that's right here. And I don't know what that is or how to deal with it or whether it was always like that. I will say it feels perfectly normal in my hands. And one of the other reasons uh, why I was late was because I wanted to make sure everything worked, so I ran through something. I hopped on Destiny and I ran through the weekly mission from the season that just dropped today. And yeah, everything's working really great. Honestly, I wasn't going to do anything about this until I took a closer look at my joysticks and realized, based on pictures of what joysticks are supposed to look like, that the edges are supposed to be textured and that the top parts are supposed to have a little cup in them with a lip that's like right there, right? And mine did not have a lip anymore. They were totally smooth on top, and there was no texture on the sides. That's how long I'd had this controller. I can't say that controller because it's the same controller. Even the back plate is totally the same. Like, this is different. Ignore this. This is a charging thing. Um, but like all the guts are the same, right? But like it feels really nice. The big issue I have with it, I wish I didn't have to get this, but it is what it is. I just have to be really good about remembering where the buttons are. As you can see, there is no printing on any of these buttons. It is just white, solid plastic. No embossing, no like writing on it. And so I'm just kind of like, hope for the best then, huh? All right. Um, that kind of sucks. But what can you do? It is what it is. The the same company that does this, like the come on. God, I hate this charging thing so much. It is becoming harder and harder to charge on this doohickey, and it's bothering the living shit out of me. Because it never used to be this difficult. And now, like, it's a little cradle thing, and what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to charge when you just press the cradle down. But it doesn't anymore. Like, I have to wiggle it to no end to get the context to stay, and There we go. Okay, we're good. Ugh, annoying. Also, hello, Witchy Wander. It's been a hot minute. How are you? I hope you're doing all right. You don't have to respond. It's totally fine. I hope the new job is working out well. I hope you're enjoying that part of this of New England and that lovely part of that lovely state. I hope it is everything you were looking for, honestly. Don't worry, I am also having dinner, Ragnarok. Do not worry. I am eating tacos on stream today because I'm so behind. Because the other thing that happened is that I showered today, right? That isn't the thing. I showered after I finished doing the controller, and uh, when I got out of the shower, I don't know what exactly possessed me, but I looked at the bottoms of my feet. And if you remember, I went and did the Boston Pride Parade a couple of weeks ago at this point. And I got really nasty blisters on the bottom of my feet. And like they stopped hurting a long time ago. Like it was fine. It was okay. They didn't pop. They didn't they didn't pop or anything. It seemed like it was fine. And so I just kind of let it sit. I mean, the advice that I saw was to let it sit, and it will, the dead skin will just slough off, and it'll be fine. The dead skin did not come off. So not to, make my own meal unappetizing, but I had to use scissors. I guess is the next. I won't go into any more detail. I promise. It was disgusting on every possible level. And that took me all the way up until 9 o'clock. So I very luckily ran here, double checked all of my what's it called, uh, audio equipment, and made sure that they were all right because I've been doing other things with my computer in the background. I've upgraded my laptop now to Windows 11, and I'm hoping to try and upgrade my desktop to Windows 11. The problem is, I guess when I set up my desktop after building it, or I don't know, something along those lines, it didn't set up with the right settings for Windows 11, and so Windows 11 is telling me that it's not, or Windows 10 is telling me that my computer can't work with Windows 11. It needs all these different things, and I thought it would be really simple and easy to do last night. No, I had to install a new BIOS on my motherboard, which I did, and it's fine, and everything's running fine. But that did not fix the problem. I'm going to need to do a lot more work than I thought. I looked it up and I found out what I need to do, and I'm going to need to back up all my files just in case, which I should be doing anyway. But I'm at the point now where if I whatever I do next could very well wipe everything on my machine, which would suck. But we'll deal with that when we deal with that. The rest of today has also been crazy, though. That's the crazy thing, is that I've had a crazy beginning and a crazy end to my day. The middle was boring as shit, but the end and the beginning were crazy. So I bike to work. That is what I do. I bike to work every day from my house, unless it's a day that's going to rain or really bad snow, any really really hot, really cold, stuff like that. And when I mean really cold, I mean you should not go outside for an extended period of time kind of cold, not 10 degrees. I can dress for 10 degrees. Well, I guess 10 degrees would probably be don't go outside for too long, I guess. Once it gets 10 below, 10 10 below 10 below 10, and then below 0, that's a bus time. Because the amount of bundling that I would need to do in order to actually bike there is ridiculous. But anyway, that aside. So I bike to work every day. And I had my first ever allergy appointment yesterday. I am going to be doing a round of treatment for that, and that will take up to 3 to 5 years, honestly, to actually complete the treatment. But for now, during the build-up phase, starting yesterday, I have to get weekly shots done for 6 months. And those weekly shots are going to be increasing the intensity of the allergen as it's injected directly into me. The idea is that it is a desensitization training. It basically, you keep introducing the allergens that you're allergic to, the things that you're allergic to, into the system, and eventually you train the immune system not to attack. itself, basically, or attack the body when these otherwise harmless things enter it. So yeah, for the next 6 months, I have to get a shot. I have to get 2 shots every week. I have to go down to the hospital that I go to. They give me the shots. I have to sit there for 30 minutes and I have to leave. So I started yesterday. Yesterday was my first appointment. And I biked there, of course, because I work right down the street from the hospital that I go to at this point. Super easy to get there. It's less than 10 minutes. So I biked there, locked on my bike, went up, did the appointment. 30 minutes went go by. Everything went really well. Didn't have even like itchiness back here, which is kind of funny. They do it on the back of your arms, like this part right here. And yeah, no itchiness whatsoever. Apparently this side even had very little redness. So I'm doing great. I go back out to my bike, and there's another guy unlocking his bike next to mine. Okay. I don't really pay him any attention. I've got my headphones in, sunglasses, everything's ready to go. Like, I'm just getting my stuff and going, basically, because I got to get back to work. I go to unlock my bike, and as I'm unlocking it, this man next to me, he's not yelling, but like very loudly proclaiming that I am stealing his bike and that he's going to call the FBI on me. Now, no one was paying him any attention, and like I had my headphones in, so I was just playing deaf, basically. But like awkward nonetheless. Now, that in of itself is not terribly interesting until you consider what also happened to me this morning with my bike. Because I do little breakfasts when I get to work. I do little breakfast sandwiches. I have English muffins, cheddar cheese, and I usually do, like, they have pre-made sausages in the deli section. They're pre-cooked. All you do is throw them in the microwave, and then I throw them all in a sandwich, and it works really well. I realized as I was biking to work that I did not have any more sausage. And so I was trying, I had already, like, packed my coffee. It was sitting in my bike, and I you know, didn't want to just get food. You know, if I get dunks, I'm going to get a drink and food. And I'm like, I've already got a drink. I need to save money. Don't eat out or anything like that. So I remembered, I was not far enough along that I had not passed a pretty large grocery store chain that was on my route. So I was like, okay, well, I'm doing okay for time at work. Like, I'll be all right. Let me just stop there, lock my bike up real quick, run in, grab my stuff, and then keep going. It'll be fine. So that's what I did. I stopped. I started locking up my bike. I grabbed my bike bag because that's got all of my valuables and stuff in it. And I'm like, I know exactly where I'm going in the store, and I know exactly how long it's going to take. It's going to take me no more than like 6 minutes tops. I'm going to leave my water bottle and my coffee here on my bike because it will be fine. So I go in, I get my groceries, the two things that I was going to get, because I ended up getting some vanilla syrup for my coffee as well, which I already had some, but like I needed more and it was on sale. So it was like, I grabbed it, grabbed the sausage, check out, walking back outside, and I turn the corner toward the bike lockup. We're right on a major street, like big sidewalk, major avenue of the city, and this guy is standing next to my bike, picking my, like, holding my coffee cup. And now we're not talking about like a paper cup or like a plastic cup. It's not like a Dunks cup or anything like that. It is a metal thermos filled with coffee, like a metal travel mug filled with iced coffee. And he's holding it, and I have to just yell at him, and I was like, excuse me, that's my coffee. And like, he apologized, he put it back, and then started mumbling about like how other people leave their coffee at places, and it was early in the fucking morning. I was really tired, and I just kind of blurted out, and I was like, yeah, but this is my coffee. And then pretty much ignored him for the rest of him talking about, people leaving coffee, leaving bikes, leaving e-bikes, and I'm like, that's all great. I need to get to work. So I get on my bike and I go. And like, as I'm riding along, I'm just like, I have no idea how long he was there. I don't know what could have happened to the coffee in the meantime. Maybe he took a drink. I really don't know. I'm not drinking this. So that got poured out, and I ended up getting Dunks anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what it is about my bike this week. We'll see if I'm 3 for 3 tomorrow. Like, I have no idea why. Like, it was just so they're just really uncomfortable situations that I'm just like, I don't know what to do here. Because then the other flip side to this whole thing, and like the other part of me that was feeling guilty after this fact, is that when I decided I was going to pour it down the drain, I was like, I wish there was some way that I could have just given you the coffee. Like, if you had already taken a drink, then you can go ahead, take it. Like, that's fine. You obviously need it. It's okay. Like, I can buy dunks. It's fine. But I had no way to give it to him. I'm not giving him my mug. Like, that was not a cheap mug either. Like $25 mug. Really fucking good mug, but like, yeah, not terribly cheap. And so I was kind of like, well, that's just kind of wasted coffee then. Now I feel bad. And then just like cherry on top was that when I went to Dunks, there was a homeless woman outside, and she complimented my hair as I was walking in. She was very sweet. And then when I was on the way back out, she told me to have a good day, honey. And my heart just melted a little bit. And I was like, I wish I had my wallet on. I'm so sorry. I told her to have a good day as well. And she was like, I'm going to try, but it's not looking too good. And I'm like, I am so sorry. My wallet is in my office, and I also don't carry cash. I am so sorry. But I cannot feel personal guilt for society's failings. I can feel societal level guilt and work to make it better, but I cannot personally fix the world. It's a very difficult mantra to get through your head, but that is where we are. Capitalism fucking sucks. We're unfortunately stuck under it, so, you know. Cheers! I'm gonna eat tacos. I'm also stupid thirsty. So I have that glass of Dr. Pepper and then another Dr. Pepper right next to it to like keep topping this up and just have like the endless glass of Dr. Pepper. So if that suddenly refills in the middle of it, this is why. Not that I think anyone was like going to be mystified by it, but still, just want to be completely upfront here. All right. Everything should work perfectly fine. There should be no problems, but if there are, please bear with me as we kind of get this going. Like I said, I did an update to my motherboard yesterday, the BIOS on the motherboard. It did mess up with some of my audio connections, like I had to remap some things when I turn it all back on. And it should not be a problem anymore. But I don't know what else may crop up. So, just in case. Here we go. Ooh, that's loud. Okay, that should be good. And everything looks good. You guys are hearing this okay? Just want to make sure everyone can hear. Yes? Just want to make sure before I start playing. It's an amazing theme song anyway. Okay. Awesome. Amazing. We love it. Let's keep going. Right. So we now know James Thurston is the name. So let's go talk to people who can...
Hey, how's it going?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good?
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
See you soon.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Thanks. Has anyone noticed
Already?
Frank's head looks like a helmet. Like, his hair looks like a helmet. That is like one of those Russian fur caps. That is not hair.
Talk to you later.
You better.
More questions?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
My publisher thanks you.
I'm not sure what else I need. What else I need to do here? 2, 3, 4 gems. I need 5 or 6. I can't remember. I mean, I could just look, find out. And this. those are important. Shit.
What's up?
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
Charlena said Jake Hurley used to see them too, only he attributed them to his dead wife, Camille.
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resulting voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train's shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
So it's a natural phenomenon, not a ghostly one?
Take it from me, old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
So a blob that you happen to get a photograph of is a ghost. But me seeing a ghostly glowing figure outside is just compressed quartz.
I won't keep you any longer.
Okay,
Come back anytime.
I can mess with that. Hold on.
Here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about...
That should do it. Hopefully. I have a key? I do not have a key. Just checking in with the boyfriend.
I can't stay mad at a fellow detective. What do you need?
Thanks for your help.
Not
Hello?
a problem.
Okay. Or hello. Okay. Get him to leave. See, I know that I need at least one more gemstone. It's the purple one in the scar cutter.
This is where Jake's pickaxe goes.
Yep. And I do not have that. I need 6 gemstones. There's one I'm missing.
Yes? I'll come back later. You go, girl!
I'm actually not sure what to do next.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
I better go.
Remember, when in doubt, call.
Ooh, that is a functionality of Windows I do not like. Let me see if there's a little guide, maybe. Never. Ah, here we go. Oh. These are... Huh. This is a lot more complicated than I thought, which is unfortunate. Wait, there's a thing here that says rolling out with the Windows 11 build. Never combine. Oh, hold on. Wait, taskbar setting. Taskbar behaviors? In it here. Huh. Where is it? Oh shit, I accidentally hit another. Settings, personalization, taskbar. Taskbar behavior is setting the combined taskbar buttons and hide labels to never, except it's not there. Huh. Oh, there. Oh, this is a bad time to have this happen. Ha ha ha. Good thing I put it on my laptop and not my full desktop, because if it happened on my laptop, I would be so. There we go. I can see it on this thing. Organization taskbar. Huh. Oh, I definitely don't want that. Hmm. Ah. Just have to hunt for it. Wait, where did I just clicked on it? What? I'm not finding it. This is so bizarre. Where I'm not. That Microsoft is getting close to public testing another client app, so the taskbar alongside test fail. The presence for Windows 11. So it's good to see them finally come back. Just hit Windows. Da, 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 da. Maybe seconds. Okay, when? Interesting. Because oh, okay. So this hasn't happened yet. I guess. This is a paid thing. Paid. Last month. Their behaviors have gone. Everyone's not there. Huh? Maybe I just don't have the right build. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Check. There's an update available. There's an update. Ah, yeah, there it is, right there. Boop. Right there. Well, not going to do that while I'm on stream. That's silly. Already silly enough that I've taken this long to figure out that. So, ooh. Okay, where were we? We're trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing. Yeah. Okay, how do we get there then? What are the things that need to happen before we get there? Oh. We've already done it. We just need to talk to Frank and Joe Hardy again, apparently. Alrighty then. Well, hopefully they've had enough time to do their research. 5 minutes is enough, right? To find out an entire person's biography and history. I'm sure. It's fine. Oops.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Which is now. Perfect. There we go. Ooh. Now you guys get to meet my favorite character in this whole game. And probably one of my favorite characters in general from the series. So, hope you're ready to meet Fatima. First things first, there are some things that we can finish on the train. Now that no one else is here.
More questions?
I should get going.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
Damn, he's still here. Never mind. Is that everybody? Damn it, they're all still here. Fuck. I mean, yeah. I'm guessing Copper Gorge doesn't have a lot going for it, but there's a museum and taffy shop. The saltwater taffy is definitely what I think of in the mountains of Colorado.
Hey there! Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, you by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
There's a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me. Hot dang! Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
Hot dang. I know, you did really, did you, Shell? You came in the perfect fucking time.
So this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free. You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kinda, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams, what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
And you make money by selling taffy?
Tourists just love taffy, especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick'll cost you 2 tokens, which you can get by winning both those games over there.
How much does it cost to play them?
Well, ain't you the little penny pincher? Fact of the matter is they're free. Less you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be headfirst in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake Hurley's things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley, he was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q, don't touch.
Great talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Fatima's the best. Just saying. Get to the games in a minute.
This looks just like the insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk.
I'm gonna move my drink to the other side of my mic so I don't hit it.
You ain't touching anything over there, are you, missy?
Oops, I'd better go ask permission before I mess with this.
You know, I never really noticed the bat. What that's about?
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh no, of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin. And he went to junior college.
So I'm just noticing also one of the magazines over in the corner is Snootsonian, which is great.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy. Unless...
Unless?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay. Make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Stretch,
Good
Nancy.
heavens, of course not. All right. You just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is?
Fatima, with an F. None of that weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
All right, let's do the games before we go anywhere. All right. Struggle with this one. That didn't work well. Yeah, womp. That's alright. We'll try it again. Getting absolutely nothing here. Yahoo! All right. I mean, at this point, I can just let it finish. Autograph. Alright. We did that. Oy. Alright. Do the other one, which is hard, if I remember. Because it's kind of random.
And I lose.
And I lose. This has nothing to do with mining. Seriously? Green again? That's not fair. Is it not random? Am I stupid? Is it not random? Both of them are random with no skill involved. Yeah, just play the same horse until it wins. Pretty much what I was planning on doing anyway. So, just red. Lucky number red 13. Hey, we win! Third time's the charm. And I have lots of charm.
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
And you have them both. Taffy on a stick. So it is. Alright, let's see if we can get Charlena Purcell to give the thing.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
Fortunately, I know who to borrow that from.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. Tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
I'll give you a
The
pen.
object of the game is to get rid of as many
Just
lizards as you can.
Let me borrow
by
one. I'll
jumping
fucking
them
give it
with other
back.
lizards
It'll take
until
you
you
2
can't jump
seconds,
anymore.
dumbass.
Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
Some parts of the shell that don't seem to be fully closed or whatnot, but whatever. Oh, I didn't want to do that, I don't think. Oh, darn.
You lost. Guess you're not so smart after all. Try again.
Fucking dickbag.
Sure.
Eat my ass. Not do a very good job with this one.
You lost again. One more time.
Well, sure.
Oh, I cannot let this man win. So this game, it's not luck, but it's also has nothing to do with smart or not. So he can just blow it out his ass, as far as I'm concerned.
You lost again. One more time.
Okay.
Well, sure.
The hedgehog. I also have the hedgehog, but it is unfortunately not alive. But it is also fucking adorable. Wow. And very soft. It does not wiggle, it does not sleep, it does not eat, it does not do anything. It sits next to my computer and lives there. Oh, I should have done it that way. That's okay. I got this. Really good job. Okay, good. Is better than expected.
You lost again. One more time?
Fuck you.
Well, sure.
The that okay. 12A3. Cheating because fuck this guy. On D18. Be this one? Yeah. A, B, C, F. E20. This one. D4. This one. Here. E22. Okay. E27. There's nothing. What? Okay. Let's try that again. B5. D12. 10. A3 to C11. A3 to C. D18 to B6. Yeah. F30. Physical move is here. F30 to D. E27 to E25. E27. Oh, I missed this part. Well, no, I didn't. E27 to E25. C13. Ah, I missed this one to E27. There we go. That's why I missed it. 24 to 26. 22 to 24. 27 to 25. 31 to 23. 33. 16 to 28. 16 to 8. 33 to 31. 31. And 4 to 16. Okay. 31 to 23. 7 to 9. 10 to 8. 21 to 7. 7 to 9. 24 to 10. 10 to 8. 8 to 22. 22 to 24. 24 to 26. Okay. 19 to 17. 17 to 18. I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but 16 to 18, A3, C11. There's nothing in A3. Fucked up again. But at some point, there must have been a 1. Missed it. A1 to A3. Okay, maybe I missed it. 3 to 11. 11 to 25.
I did it!
Okay.
I won!
Talk about luck. Here's your pen.
Fuck you, Tony. Fuck you. Eat my whole ass. Absolute dick.
What else
There we
can I
go.
do for you?
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
Very happy to swear while we have this. We play this children's game. Honestly, he deserves it.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go. Anything else?
I'll touch bases with you later.
All right, then.
She might be a bitch, but she's a bitch that at least is nice enough to do that. So, didn't charge or anything. Just happy to give it.
Hey, Nancy.
Oh, good.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky break we caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
I hate this
Apparently,
part.
he's pretty ancient.
Ah, and you found that out when you stopped there so Joe could get a hamburger.
Cheeseburger.
The thing
That's
is, the owner of the
important.
diner wouldn't agree to point the guy
Cheeseburger.
out unless one of us fills in for his short order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
Way to go, Frank.
Oh, and get this.
Way to go.
Tucci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right here in Copper Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
Got that autograph?
Got something better, an autographed picture.
Hot dang! She
Hot
spelled my
dang.
name right and everything. Go ahead, little missy. Have a go at that trunk. Whatever's inside it's all yours.
So is it the same as before? Doesn't say AG above it. But let's try it. Orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Not work.
There we go.
Oh, I can't look at it, but it's up there. Look, right, boop. Well, I'm glad it gave you pleasure.
Welcome back.
Pleasure talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Guess we'll get this stuff done. We're in here anyway. Might as well.
If I had some music, I could play a tune.
That is not music. There it is. Alright, well, it's not showing me the actual music, but I know how to play piano, so... but okay. Camptown
A
ladies sing the
spyglass.
song.
I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
See, now whenever I hear that, the first thing that comes to mind is Blazing Saddles. Like, that's it. It's Blazing Saddles. Happy that it's Blazing Saddles, 'cause that's great. Sing me a work song. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. But tell me, why should that be true? That I get a kick out of you. Some people get a kick from cocaine. They just cut off. It's like the Camptown ladies. The Camptown lady. I was supposed to look on the train for the thing. I kind of hate how the only exposure I had to Mel Brooks for the longest time was just Young Frankenstein. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good, but I don't like it that much, is the problem. Like... Or is it just in the letter? Am I dumb? Is it just in the letter? Yeah, Tina Belushi's back.
So, how did your expedition to Jake's mine turn out?
Well, as you may or may not have heard, I didn't find the mine, but at least now I know where it isn't, which is just as good as knowing where it is. Sort
Or
of.
champ.
You've been a big help.
Good job.
Anything for a fellow detective.
Good job. You're killing it, buddy. Somewhere I read the thing that's like, I left the thing with fuel for safekeeping or whatever, and that's where I need it. It's a receipt for a doll. Oh, it's somewhere. Ah, here we go. To open what's inside, lead is the key. I don't know which one lead is. I know the periodic table, but... Well, we have one place we haven't gone to yet, so let's do that. The cemetery.
Yes,
You startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
Creepy. No reason to do any
Well,
of that.
there's the
But...
key.
And guess what? We have taffy on a stick. Boop. Not gonna eat the taffy now.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Boop. The slug.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? This indentation looks familiar.
Alright, lead so hold on. Let me just... Lead is... Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. Orange, yellow, purple. And copper is Cu, isn't it? Where is copper on? Yeah, copper C. That's what I thought. Copper is Cu, which is green, red, purple, yellow, orange, blue. All right, well, let's open the crypt, the tombstone. That's not fucking creepy or anything. But this is fine. Don't worry about disturbing the dead or whatnot. Green, red, purple. Yellow, orange, blue. Okay, well. Can't do anything until we have paper. We should be able to open up.
What fits here?
What fits here? Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple, so... Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple.
Well, here's Jake's lamp. Another slug. Could come in handy.
Lots of
But
slugs.
where's his pickaxe?
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
But your great-great-uncle, do you really think Buell would approve of you using something that belonged to some poor miner to open coconuts?
Oh, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Sure.
Shaming
I got a
this
bunch
poor
of taffy
woman.
over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
You got a deal.
Ooh, cool, cool.
Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Guess I could let you have a piece.
Last piece, so, alright. Okay. Here we go. That would be mango and reject. Mango. And apple. Reject. Reject. And reject. Apple. Strawberry? Banana. Mango. Strawberry. Strawberry. Grape. Grape. Banana. Apple. Reject. Apple. Not a single blueberry so far. Ah, there we go. This is producing a lot of rejects.
Yes, indeedy.
Perfection.
Got that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
It was pretty tempting, but nope, I sure didn't.
Well, ain't you the goody two-shoes? Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you.
All right. Got a pickaxe. And here we go.
Hey, it's Frank. I'm in the kitchen of the
Here we
diner
go.
playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this, he's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason, it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw, very distracting.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am, just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks, talk to you soon.
Here we go. This is a mini game that will come back several times. Volcano burger. We got onions, jalapenos, hot mustard, bacon, and cheese. Onions. Jalapenos. Hot mustard, bacon, cheese. Hot mustard. Bacon. Cheese. Ding.
So do you know what you want to order yet, Edna?
I'm still looking.
Did I tell you that my granddaddy was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper
No
Gorge?
idea who those are.
Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that men don't come any crazier than Jake Hurley, or any nicer. Treated my granddaddy real well, and told him stuff. Real important stuff. Stuff he made my granddaddy swear to never ever forget. Stuff that my granddaddy told my daddy, and that my daddy told me. Why don't you get the egg salad, Edna? Eggs are back to being good for you, you know. Seems like just last
Lettuce,
year,
tomato,
all the
pickles,
scientific
mayo, ketchup.
types were saying your arteries would clog up if you so much as looked at an egg. But nowadays, well, all of a sudden, eggs are chock full of vitamins and proteins, and eating them's not only okay, it's what they recommend. They should either make up their minds or keep their mouths shut. Make eating more pleasant, that's for sure. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told my granddaddy things he never told another living soul. Not even his wife. I tell you about her, Edna?
I don't think so.
Camille
This
was
poor
her name.
woman.
Camille Boulet. That's French, you know. Of course, she died so young that poor Jake didn't have time to tell her anything. According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a dizzy spell and fell and hit her head. She didn't take well to the heat, see? And sometimes in the summer, when they were going through the desert, why, that train'd be just like an oven. Anyway, Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail. Now there's another expression that kind of makes you wonder. Dead as a doornail. How can something be dead if it was never alive to begin with? Then why a doornail? Why not something else that begins with a D? Like dish rag or dust mop. Dead as a dust mop. That's kind of got a ring to it, don't you think?
Sure, buddy. Sure. Keep talking.
The way my granddaddy died, that was kind of strange too. I ever tell you how my granddaddy died?
No, I don't think you did.
My daddy, he came home from school one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hands still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from something, like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and back then that was old. Doesn't seem so old now, does it, Edna? Here I am, pushing 93, and still spry as a spring chicken. Spring chicken! Now where do you suppose
Oh my god.
Why not spring goose or summer chicken? Ah, life's just one puzzlement after another, isn't it, Edna?
Okay.
I ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a mine?
A couple years before he died, Granddad told my daddy that Jake found a vein in the mountains somewhere and was mining it all by himself, so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was. What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Adler's charging for a haircut at that shop of his now? 20
Hello, Raz. Welcome.
Even crazy.
Eid Mubarak.
People are actually paying him that. I told him the only way I'd pay him $20 would be if I came
You
in
get to
with hair
listen
down
to
my
whatever's
knees.
going on here.
He just laughed and said I was a crazy one.
Chef's choice. We're gonna
20
have
bucks
just.
for a haircut? What is this world coming to?
How about a bacon cheeseburger? Nothing else. More bacon. More cheese. Extra burger.
But the craziest thing Jake
Thank
Hurley
God.
ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me, and it was so bizarre that I remember it to this day, though I sure don't understand how it'd help anybody find his mine. But since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what Crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word.
Spit it.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Are you sure that's all he said?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have
Three of
time
them
to.
down.
What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
Got anything else?
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From
It's-
Samuel Clemens.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently, he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
If it's just an old letter, you know, from one of the most famous authors of all American history, no big fucking deal. The Lively Saloon, where you and I first became acquainted. Now it bears repeating that my Livy is wonderful company, but Carson City seemed like a different city this time. Its streets were clean, its citizens polite, and its air boringly gunsmoke free. Ah well, I used to stay put for a while anyway. I need to stay put for a while anyway. What to name the hero of my next book continues to befuddle me. Livy is partial to Boysenberry Finn, but I'm not sold. Ideas appreciated. Ever your humble friend, Samuel Clemens, April 17, 1883. Boysenberry Finn. Okay.
When Joe gave it to me,
Well-
I about flipped. I know I should turn it over to Lori, and I will, but it's just so darn cool.
I still don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything. What?
Fucking dense. Dense motherfucker.
Soon.
You better.
Ah! Seriously. Right. It's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything. Joe, we have to talk about your knowledge and grasp of U.S. history. Oh, wait. Let me finish writing this down. Amethyst. Amethyst flows in hand from the deep. Citrine is in foul mouth. Okay, so that's a beak. Tourmaline is soft arm. Peridot. Okay. So, yeah. Tiger's Eye, star. That's easy and obvious. Zircon, fingers that scar. That's a claw. Or talon. Something like that. Amethyst is arm from the deep. That's a tentacle. Citrine is a foul mouth. Foul, F-O-W-L, so beak. Tourmaline, soft arm. I'm not sure about that one. Peridot, hoof. Because it's the foot of the mare, so it's a hoof. Do I have my pencil? I like how they even have the little... like the little hand holds the pencil. Little hand cursor. It's adorable. This is an excessive amount of work to hide. Is mine. Like, truly excessive. Wisdom, eternity, charity, purity, eternity.
Eternity.
Equalite, fraternité, égalité. Equalite, égalité, fraternité. Correspond to... wait. There a reason I can't see that chest? Thank you. Fresh from a hand from the deep. Okay, so the hand from the deep is not actually a tentacle. I lied. Means the soft arm is a tentacle. And that's a fin. Hand from the deep is a fin. Then it's just remembering what gemstones are what, so... there's a book about this. I know most of them, like Peridot's the green one, Amethyst is the purple one, Tiger's Eye is the striped one, I believe. But I struggle with Citrine, I think, is the round yellow one. Amethyst, right. Tiger's Eye is the striped. Citrine is the... okay, Citrine is the triangle. Huh. Tourmaline is the double... okay. Zircon is the yellow round one. Should be able to figure this out. Alright, that's a star, which means it's Tiger's Eye. Which is the stripy bit. Those are talons, so we'll call that the claw. Zircon is this cloudy thing. That is our soft arm, or our thing from the deep, so amethyst. The fin. Foul mouth, the beak, that's the citrine, which is this one. Tentacle, that's the soft-armed tourmaline. And the hoof, that's Peridot.
Whoa, looks like I did something right.
Ta-da! We're done with the most annoying part of the whole thing. Seriously, that is usually, like, the most annoying part.
Oh no. What I need is some duct tape. I need to fix the handle.
Oh, I have, more slugs. this eagle. I don't remember what the eagle is, so let's find that out. Eagle is on the sampler 2, so I have to get a 2 or -2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thingamabobs. Like that. It happened. Wait, he has duct tape, I think?
Sup?
I hear Tino took you and Lori for a little hike today.
Don't remind me. Turns out Tino had no idea where he was going. Good thing for him, my fingers were frozen stiff. Otherwise, I would have strangled him.
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box.
Why can't you open your own box?
That I found in this abandoned monastery I scoped
Cool.
out on my show last year. You can open it with either the key, which I just discovered I forgot to bring with me, or the
Good job.
combination, which you're supposed to be able to figure out just by looking at the box. Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there.
Just some
I
duct
never
tape.
tried to open it without the key, but if you want that duct tape, go ahead and give it a shot.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open,
Puzzle
the
box.
tape's all yours.
Here we
I
go.
bet the animals
We're gonna
should
puzzle
start
box.
from the left shore.
Yes, they should. And then you have to take the hat across first. Okay. Then you go back to get the wolf. Okay. You drop the wolf off. Take the cat back. Swap the cat with the peacock. Peacock gets deposited with the wolf. And you go back and get the cat, and then you do the thing. Bam. Nailed it. Classic, classic. It was that Aesop's Fables, I think? Am I remembering that right? Might be wrong. Oh, right. We have to go to the eagle thing. The dining car.
More pipes. Why am I not surprised?
Just deal with it, Nancy. You'll be fine.
There, that looks right.
Cool. All right, that's one more thing done. Still got to do this one though. I think it has to do with the sampler thing. So what are the wisdom, eternity, charity, purity? Let me. Eternity. Charity. Purity. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Wisdom is an owl. Okay. Charity. Purity is a harp. Okay. Eternity is a crown. And Wisdom, purity, eternity, charity, dove. Okay. So we have an owl, which is 7. That's wisdom. And then a purity is harp. 3. Eternity is a crown. That's 6. And finally, charity is a dove. That is 9. Okay, we've got our little key. We should be able to do that last vent thingamabob, which is important. Okay, so it is 7, 9, 6, 3. 9, 6, 3.
And naturally,
Excellent.
we have still more pipes.
How many pipes? All the pipes, just never-ending pipes. What do about you here? Guess that? Weird.
That should do it.
There we go. And that, I believe, is all the pipes. So let's turn on the steam. 95% sure this will work.
Sounds like steam from the engine is moving through those pipes now.
And we're in the green. No red, no explosions. We like that. Should power the machine. Oh, we've only got 10 minutes left, and I think we're gonna make it. I want to be completely honest with you. We do not have much left.
There, good as new. Sorta.
Boop. 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 Alright, yeah, because we need to set up the projector.
Darn, I must be missing something.
But I thought... Oh, here we go. What was I saying? There was something I need to, like, spin. Here we go. Alright. The lantern goes back
looks like
here.
that goes there.
This goes here.
This goes here. There's still water in it, which means it must be out of carbide. There, it should work now.
So press button.
And we have liftoff.
Get ready for just insanity. This is crazy. This is literally just, it's gonna be weird. This is far too much. Rich people need to be stopped, even in the 1800s. What in the fuck is this? What does this do? What is that? It's far too much. Like, this is Pride Night at... This is Pride Night at the club. Like, Rainbow Light Show? I know, steampunk out the ass.
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
Don't you look all excited. What's up?
What's up?
I know where Jake's mine is. Tell the engineer to head for a place in Nevada called Brimstone Canyon.
Way to go! I knew you could do it, Francie.
Not Francie, Nancy.
Here's the deal. When we get there, I'm going to make sure that you get to be the first one to check out the mine. I'll call everyone together in the dining car, and while we're in there, you slip off the train. Will 10 minutes be enough of a head start?
You don't have to give me a head start.
Think of it as your reward. Of course, anything you find in the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you've taken something without telling me, let's just say things could get ugly.
I wouldn't get your hopes up too high. The mine might be totally worthless, you know.
I know, but I have the feeling that thanks to you, we are about to discover something huge. Great job, Amy.
Thank you.
She is being very nice and ruthless. I did like being first on board the train and not necessarily first on board into the mine. Very good point.
The train's leaving. Where's it going? Well, Frank and Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
A fucking cannon? This is normal. This is normal.
Oh, right. This is the entrance to Jake's mine. Whoa, what's going on here? Jake's color wheel seems to be pointing toward purple. Wow, glowing lizards. Cool, but weird.
What's
I
this?
wonder what that's doing there.
Fish? Oh, fish. Telling me to go red, but I'm gonna go different way. I'm sorry.
I can't get through here.
Don't mind what I'm doing. It'll make sense.
Whoa!
Good job. Somehow ended up back at the front.
Another symbol. Jake must have made those symbols. The question is, why?
This is a lot to draw. So you'll just forgive me as I attempt to sketch these very quickly. There's an eye in the fish, so I will give the fish an eye. Then 6 is the Batman. Simple. We Kill the Batman. Okay. I like how there's just a chair here. Fire. Like chilling. Star Trek had stuff like this? What are those symbols?
Uh-oh. There's some kind of chamber on the other side of those poles. But if I move the wrong one, the ceiling will collapse. Jake was too meticulous not to have left it close. I'm supposed to move them.
I see. Okay, I see. The J is... Lots of caves and weird shit. Huh. Didn't know. I've not watched a lot of Star Trek. It's pretty much just like... Worse? What the fuck? I don't know what I'm doing right now. I watched the new movies. Just the new ones. Pretty much it, yeah. We're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. We have the one with the fish. Is this symbol right here. Okay. There's a fish there. Exactly how this works. And the campfire is this one.
Whoa!
You want here? Okay, we already went here. Following the path then. This must be the little weird symbol there. No, there isn't an actual... don't worry about that, yeah. We got time. We'll see why. Okay, this is in the snake one. I see. That's a snake word. Like chutes and ladders. Bats and... Whoa! Ah, cactus. Rock. I need to find the bat, though. In here, maybe? Wait. Ah! That's... So it's that J symbol. Okay. Oop, and I just got pen all over my hand. Good job. Okay, so now I have the correct thing.
I've seen that symbol before.
Yeah, and that's why I want you to click on it, darling.
So far, so good.
This one. And then rocking horse. And then this weird scoop ball thing. And then that thing. And then the J.
I should be able to get through there now.
Bam! Nailed it.
Jake Hurley, I presume?
Great.
Camille. It figures he'd be carrying a picture of her. There's something underneath it.
Jake Hurley, care of Postmaster Denver, Territory of Colorado.
Looks like a letter. April 14th,
1865. Here we go. Seal of the President of the United States, April 14th, 1865. Believe me, Jake, my boy, I can think of nothing more pleasant than touring the West aboard your private train, but as much as I would love to accept your invitation, the duties and responsibilities of my office forbid it. I cannot leave Washington until this terrible war is over and the states are united once more.
Your humble friend, Abe.
I would scarcely leave my office at all these days if it were not for Mary. Tonight, at her insistence, I will be accompanying her to the Ford Theater to see a comedy called Our American Cousin. Have you seen it? Mary assures me that I'll enjoy it despite the fact that for some strange reason, I've never felt at ease when at the theater. Perhaps tonight will be different. Write to me soon. Your missives never fails to boost my spirit. Your missives never fail to boost my spirits. Your humble friend, Abe.
Oh my gosh. This is from Abraham Lincoln. And April 14th is the day he was assassinated. This letter must be worth a fortune.
That's just what I thought, too.
Oh, curse your inevitable and sudden betrayal.
See, what I didn't tell you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he'd gotten to be friends with President Lincoln, and that he'd gotten a letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
That smile.
See, I knew if we could just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
So you never really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff, but this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have... You know, I'd really, really be famous if I could say I found this all by myself. But even if I got you to lie for me, how do I know you'd keep lying? Oh my gosh. What if there was like this cave-in and we were trapped, but I was the only one who made it out?
Ruthless, you say?
Excuse me?
What was that, Digishell?
Oh my gosh! That way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my gosh! I'd make the national news for sure, and people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
This woman's really gonna
Can't be
kill
serious.
Nancy
That's crazy.
for fame.
You don't understand. People are finally going to respect me. I have to do this.
I have to kill you. Because daddy's money isn't enough. Cool.
The opening's blocked. I'm trapped. I better get out of here before something else caves in.
Well,
Maybe I could get out of here in this.
any of you seen Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? Here we go. Whee!
It's locked.
This is a game. As you can see, the consequences are death. Actually surprisingly easy because most of the turns are to the right and it slows down before every sign, and as long as you pay attention to which side the sign is on, you're fine.
Hardcore.
Like, this is it.
Hardcore to the mega.
This is the daring escape from the mine.
All right. Yeah.
Actually quite slow. There are no cultists shooting at us, so it is an improvement over Indiana Jones, I guess. But we do have someone trying to kill us. There is also that. You know, the other thing is that she didn't have to ride this. You could have just walked out on the tracks. Like, the tracks are enough. Hi. Get out of the way, bitch. I'll take that letter. Good thing it didn't fall in the mud.
Lori, are you all right?
Nancy, is everything okay?
It is now.
As soon as we discovered you and Lori weren't on the train, we jumped off and hightailed it back here.
What the heck's going on?
I'm sure Lori will be glad to tell you all about it.
Darn you, Natalie!
It's Nancy. Dear Hannah, some hostess Lori Gerard turned out to be. When her father heard that she'd tried to seal me up in that mine, he canceled all her credit cards and said that from now on, Lori'll have to support herself. She has yet to stop crying. Tino
There should be, like, attempted murder charges in there.
Lori was up to all along, and said he let Frank, Joe, and me solve the case so we amateurs could enjoy his limelight.
Lots of fucking charges.
A big argument.
The one time that Tino can actually do something good.
Whether John had really recorded Camille's ghost. She started calling him a crackpot, and then he started calling her a hack. Then, well, let's just say that soon the press was no longer interested in what Tino had to say. As for Jake Hurley, it
Three
turns out
shitty
that his
people
letter from
who
Abe
are
Lincoln is worth a
equally
small
shitty.
fortune. Pretty ironic, huh? Jake spent his whole life searching for gold, when all along he possessed something far more valuable. His uncanny...
The friends we made along the way.
Love, Nancy.
What do we get? Iron Horse Chef Award for sandwich making creativity. Is that because I made a double bacon, double cheese burger? Because that's not very creative, but okay.
Have you ever been to Paris, France? Well,
Paris.
parlez-vous, because that's where my next mystery adventure takes place. I'm going to be the assistant to Minette, a famous fashion designer. I'll be working undercover to find out why she's been acting so peculiar lately, throwing tantrums, firing people. She's even started wearing a mask for no apparent reason. Her studio is in this spooky-looking centuries-old moulin. That's French for windmill. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with her strange behavior. Or does it? Only one way to find out. Help me solve my next
The
case.
lightning.
Danger by design. À la prochaine.
That is a game. I'm looking forward to showing you Danger by Design because that is a game. Okay, that is the end of Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. There we go. That's the game. That's it. It's pretty short, like I said, like wicked short. So, like I also said before, like my problem with this really was that it just it was the first Nancy Drew game that I really noticed how short it was versus like Secret of the Old Clock was also very short, but this one I really noticed how short it was. So, you know, and honestly, I think a lot of my criticisms still hold up. So yeah, new transition screen, indeed. New transition screen for a little while at least. I don't have any sound that goes with it, sadly, so, you know, I need something extra gay, and then I'm happy about that. So anyway, give me a moment and we'll do our ranking. Here we go. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. we go. Okay, so this is going to be our first part of the ranking soundtrack. So this one has a solid soundtrack, right? It's not super amazing. It doesn't have stuff in it that just makes me want to like love it, like the S tier stuff at the top, right? Like it doesn't have stuff that just makes me want to listen to it on its own, pretty much. There are some interesting bits in there, like there is that one track that sounds kind of like it slowly speeds up like it's a train going and going and going. So it's, I don't know. It does the job really well though. Like it's very evocative. It gives exactly what it needs to. The kind of scary song even that's in there, the creepy one, even has like break drums in it to kind of sound like mine stuff, and so it's really good. And like it's got that kind of quiet western sort of thing that you had even from Shadow Ranch, but like a little more geared towards the idea of like the gold rush Wild West rather than like cowboys Wild West. So it's not I would put it as an A tier, honestly. I think I'm gonna put it as an A tier only behind Moonlake. Um, Ghost Dogs and Moonlake, and I'm gonna be honest here. The reason Ghost Dogs and Moonlake is gonna stay ahead is because I like it more. That's basically it. It's just more fun. It's 1920s, and you can just really get to some of the jazzy bits of it a lot more. Um, there you are. And this, like, there's nothing terribly cool about, like, amazing about it or whatever. It's solid. It's solid A tier though. It does exactly what it needs to do. It's very evocative, and it's got a good gamut, right? It is honestly just like Haunted Carousel, Stay Tuned for Danger. It's very evocative of what they do. It's just more effective, in my opinion, than either of those two soundtracks are. So that is my soundtrack ranking. Boop. Find the old one and delete it. Okay, now we go back to the full ranking of the game itself. And unfortunately, this one, I'm going to be honest, it's going to drop down a little bit. So there are some really good parts of Last Train to Blue Canyon. I think the puzzles are truly excellent. The puzzles are actually good. They are varied. There's a whole lot of really interesting stuff in there. The premise makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. The story, very poor. The writing, also very poor. The characters, boring as shit, honestly. Except for Tino, which I have to give him. He's a, well, okay, I guess I'll walk that back. Lori, we'll go through the characters one by one. First, we have Frank and Joe Hardy, which are like Nancy's sidekicks. Fine, cool, whatever. I don't care that they're there. I also wish they weren't, but whatever. It doesn't matter. They're there. Fatima, A tier character, easily, like top tier, amazing. Love her. She's great. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, fucking love it. Hot dang. Charlene Purcell, massive bitch, and I love it. Like, she just does not care about what you think, like what you think about her. She doesn't care at all. She's famous. She knows. She's holding it over you. I love it. John Gray, pretentious motherfucker. I don't like John Gray at all as a character. I just don't like him. And not in the well-written kind of way. He's just not interesting. Tino Balducci is an asshole. Not much else to say. And Laurie Gerard is, her whole thing is supposed to be she's kind of like, what we thought of Paris Hilton in the 2000s, very like daddy's money and trying to be famous for being famous and failing at that and whatever, it's just, I don't know, the trope was tired back then. It just doesn't do a lot for me. So the puzzles are really the thing holding this game up. It's too short too. It's just too short. You know, where Secret of the Old Clock was, yes, it was short, but it had a lot of really good parts to it, and the plot was truly excellent. Like, this is too short. There are, like, the only thing holding it up really is the puzzles. And Secret of the Old Clock had better, just as good puzzles. So I cannot put it on the same tier as great. I cannot put it on A tier. I honestly don't even think I can put it on B tier. I don't think it's utter trash. I wouldn't put it on C tier either, to be honest. It's D tier. It's a D tier game. And unlike Stay Tuned for Dangerous Secrets Could Kill, which are D tier only because they didn't really know what they wanted to be yet, Nancy Drew as a formula had not really coalesced yet. This one's D tier because it's just not terribly fun. The one reason it's not going in F tier is because the puzzles are much better than Final Scene, easily. The puzzles are far more interesting and a lot more fun. The final scene is the one that's on trash tier. The final scene, which is the one where she does what? The Palladium Theater and the magic, and the characters were like pastiches. They were just incredibly stock standard, boring cardboard cutouts of characters. The puzzles weren't terribly interesting. It didn't really teach you much about, you know, magic as an industry or anything like that. It just wasn't very good. I will say the Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon does have a lot of stuff in it to teach you about how mining was done and all this stuff like that. It just wasn't very good about getting you to engage with it in the same way that, like, Secret of the Scarlet Hand had you learning Mayan numbers in order to do that. Like, this had you, what, learning just to know what the periodic table of the elements symbol was for lead or silver so that you could translate the color code thing, right? Or like the learning about the samplers was kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to put down samplers as an art form because they definitely were in a certain way, but it was also just very weird. There was a musical puzzle in there, and I mean, I might be biased because I have 2 degrees in music and can read music very easily. Like, I didn't have to look up how to play the piano in the book or whatever. But I find music puzzles to be kind of rudimentary and kind of boring because it's basically just, you know, one-to-one translate. I don't know. It didn't really have you engage with anything that you actually had to learn about. And certainly that whole, like, workshop car with the map room and the, like, steampunk doodad, no basis in reality whatsoever. Not that it needs to, but, like, you can't tell me that this is a contraption that, like, successful miners had in their personally designed train. It's just, you can't. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. You know, so B tier. B tier. I do not like this game. I still do not like this game. You know, nothing has changed necessarily. I did try to go into this with a bit more of an open mind. There are a couple characters that redeem it, and their puzzles redeem it. Other than that, it is not a terribly fun game for other reasons. So let me just go ahead and delete the, old one. There we go. All right. Well, that is the end of our stream, and it is past 11 o'clock, so I need to get to bed. But that's it. That's what we got. We are not going to be streaming on Thursday, FYI. We are not going to be doing that. I'm going to be gone for the weekend. I have a long weekend ahead of me in beautiful, sunny, and tropical Pittsburgh. You know, as wonderful as that is. I have to leave Boston at a god-awful hour in the morning. I'm not looking forward to that, but you know what? It'll be fine. I'm going to take the tea, and I'm going to hope that's fine, too. But yeah, that's what we've got for the rest of the week. So I will not be streaming until next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we will pick up with Danger by Design, if all goes well. You know, barring something else on Tuesday. Well, wait, Tuesday is the 4th of July. I will not say that I'm going to stream on Tuesday. I'm going to leave that open to something. Maybe we will stream. Keep an eye out on the Discord. We'll talk about it. I'm just realizing 4th of July, Tuesday. Crap. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah. So thank you for the safe trip wishes. Thank you very much. Let me do my spiel. Thank you to some of my subscribers for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for the support that you're able to give. It helps. It helps and means a whole lot. If you would like to subscribe, hit that subscribe button down below. If you are an Amazon Prime member, you get 1 free Twitch subscription, and I would be delighted if you would be willing to give it to me. I also want to thank my followers. Thank you very much for the support that you're able to give the channel. If you hit that follow button down below as well, or up above, I'm not sure where it is actually. If you hit that follow button, you'll be given a notification when I do go live. If you want notifications ahead of time, you can follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram and on Twitter. I post usually the day of and post the game that I'm going to be playing later that night. And then, of course, the most up-to-date announcements happen on my Discord right here. That's where I announce if something is going wrong and I need to be a little late, or if something needs to be canceled. Like today, for instance, and everything was running a little late behind because I decided I needed to customize my controller. And thought it would take 20 minutes, and it took an hour. But here we are. It's done, and I'm happy with it. So, the other thing about the Discord is that it's a nice, fun little chatting community. We have a really good time, and there's just fun memes that we get to share between each other about games we're playing, games that we've played, and I also talk about games we're going to play and give you, the audience, a little bit of a chance to weigh in on what games you'd like to see me play in the future. So for like suggestions, and sometimes I will do polls if I have just a couple of games that I like to play and I need help deciding between them. That is the best way to get a say in what this channel streams next. I do also have a YouTube archive all the way over there, BOSTrophyWife. If you go ahead and click on the link below, you get brought to my YouTube page. If you follow me, you'll get the updated when these videos go up on the YouTube. I am back to a regular posting schedule, so this one will be up for Thursday at noon. And finally, I have a tip jar through Ko-fi. The link is right here in the chat, right over there. And if you feel like throwing a couple of extra bucks, that's the way to do it. If you are a subscriber and you like to throw me a couple of extra. If you are not a subscriber and you can't do that at this time but want to throw me a little bit of money anyway, that's the best place to do it. Any little bit helps. So thank you very, very much. That's all for today's stream. That's all for the week, because, like, again, I said, I will be away this weekend. So have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope everything goes smoothly. And we will reconvene and we'll figure out what to do about next week or this weekend, something like that. We'll figure it out. It's because 4th of July stream, I'm not opposed, but also if no one's going to show up because it's a holiday, and I also don't know what my plans are going to be for the 4th of July. If I'm going to do anything, my mother might want to come down and see the fireworks on the Esplanade or something. I don't know. So yeah, we'll keep that up in the air, I guess. And we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Until then, have a great week and a great weekend. I will see you all soon. Take care. And yeah, see you soon, everybody.